following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
I'm anti-establishment, so I can never be the establishment. You know what I mean? Like, even if I'm at the Diddy party, I'm there to tell. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm there to see who the is in here and what do y'all get from being in here.
Aaron Carter begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not suicidal. And no one said anything.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself.
It's been over a year since Aaron Carter's tragic death, yet his story has once again captured public attention. Newly surfaced footage has ignited a frenzy of speculation, with many pointing fingers at Diddy Combs, while in a surprising twist, comedian and whistleblower Katt Williams appears to hold some crucial insights into what might have happened.
They put the drugs in the baby oil. You thinking you getting a massage? Can't even get up.
They slip the drugs in the bee, making you believe you're just getting a massage, until you realize you can't even get up. Aaron's battles with fame and the harsh realities of the entertainment industry were well known, unlike
Aaron Carter is dead at the age of just 34 years old, and we've actually learned a little bit more into his final moments and what cops found at the scene. So as you know, Aaron's been struggling with substance for a few years now, and cops actually found evidence of that at the death scene. They found cans of compressed air and prescription pills in both his bathroom and his bedroom. We know the last time anyone saw Aaron alive was about 2 a.m. on Friday, when there was a welfare check made to his home. Police responded, and his housekeeper actually let them inside, but when Aaron found out what was going on, he got really upset with the housekeeper, told the police to leave, and told his housekeeper to stay in her room. We're told she had no contact with him all day Friday, and then Saturday morning she felt that something was off. She knocked on his door to get him his coffee, she heard his dogs going crazy, and that's when she made her way inside. The law enforcement sources told us they believe that Aaron's body was in the tub for quite a while. We're told the color of the water was unnatural and there was a smell of decomposition inside the home. Not only that, the jets were still running in his tub when he was found. So Aaron's really grown a social media following, especially on his live streams, and it was back in September when fans called for a welfare check at his home after they believed he was huffing compressed air canisters during a live broadcast. And during another recent live, he read a text message out loud that he got from his fiancée, Melanie.
She just told me, you're going to die. Wow.
Comforted by the rest of the band to the audience cries of, "We love you, Nick," grieving for his little brother. Nick writing in a social media post Sunday, "My heart is broken. Even though my brother and I had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. Addiction and mental illness is the real villain here. I love you, Chiz." Aaron had a meteoric rise to fame. He was 9 years old when he first performed on stage, and by 13, he was a hit recording artist. His most popular album, Aaron's Party, peaking to number 4 on the Billboard 200 list, selling more than 3 million copies. This guest star stint on Lizzie McGuire in 2001, ratifying his first crush status for a tween nation.
Merry Christmas, Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire's Hilary Duff once dated Aaron, taking to Instagram, addressing Aaron directly with compassion, writing, "I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply." The actor and singer's death coming after years of deep-rooted personal and professional turmoil.
Aaron told me in 2011, "I love being a performer and entertaining, and when I can't do that, my world is in shambles. It doesn't work for me."
Over the years, Aaron dealing with bankruptcy and family strife.
What do you think the price of fame was for your family?
Self-destructing. Like a tornado just came through our house. Family got tossed everywhere.
Battling with losing his sister Leslie to an overdose in January of 2012. The former teenage heartthrob was embroiled in domestic violence accusations by his fiancée. And in 2019, his brother Nick and twin sister Angel filed a restraining order against Aaron. He also publicly shared his struggles with addiction, talking about it here on The Doctors.
I was huffing because I'm a drug addict. So I'm a drug addict in recovery. You might not look at me smoking weed as being sober.
Unlike Justin Bieber, who managed to withstand the unforgiving nature of Hollywood, Aaron was overwhelmed by the weight of fame. The industry's relentless expectations, coupled with his personal demons, left him spiraling with little support. By the time of his heartbreaking passing, he had become a stark reminder of how the entertainment world builds up its stars, only to leave them broken and discarded when they can no longer bear the burden.
This is Aaron Carter. I want to verify that this is actually my GoFundMe page. There's been a lot of misdirection that I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother. And now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life. And they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to kill me off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can, so I can move to an undisclosed location where I'm safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage, saying I wanted to hang myself. So please trust what I'm saying.
But now, things have taken a darker turn. Recently, old photos of Aaron Carter with Diddy have resurfaced online, reigniting curiosity about their connection. What initially brought them together? What was the nature of their association? And more importantly, could Aaron have stumbled upon secrets too dangerous to keep? Speculation is running rampant, with many questioning whether Aaron had been preparing to reveal hidden truths about the darker side of Hollywood. Some suggest that his potential revelations might have implicated not only Diddy but also a powerful network of industry elites. The possibility that Aaron knew something he wasn't supposed to has led to chilling theories about whether his sudden and tragic death was purely coincidental, or something far more sinister. In the wake of these resurfaced images, fans and conspiracy theorists alike have turned their attention to Aaron's final months. Every interview, social media post, and cryptic statement is now being re-examined for clues. Did he try to warn the public? Was he leaving behind a trail of breadcrumbs, hoping someone would piece together the truth? The more people dig, the more questions arise, painting an unsettling picture of a man who may have known too much and paid the ultimate price for it.
Carter's cause of death is revealed. According to online records obtained by E! News, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner determines that the singer died in November due to drowning. Secondary causes were listed as the effects of alprazolam, which is sold under the brand Xanax, and difluoroethane, a compressed gas. His death was ruled an accident. TMZ says that the full coroner's report states Aaron became, quote, incapacitated while in the bathtub due to the effects of substances and drowned. On November 5th, the singer's rep confirmed his passing to E! News in a statement, saying it is with deepest regret to report Aaron Carter was found unresponsive this AM in his home in Palmdale, California. That same day, the LA Sheriff's Department told E! News in a press release that deputies responded to a 911 call from a residence at approximately 11 a.m. According to the release, the informant on the call, a house sitter, stated she found a male unresponsive in the bathtub. Shortly after the deputies arrived, fire department personnel arrived and pronounced the male deceased at the scene. A Lancaster Sheriff's Office spokesperson confirmed to E! News that officers arrived at Aaron's home but offered no further details. Aaron, who was the younger brother of Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter, was a former child star in his own right. He rose to fame at age 9 in 1997 with the pop hit Crush on You, a cover of a song by the Jets. He went on to tour as an opening act for the Backstreet Boys as well as Britney Spears before headlining his own concerts.
I definitely want to be just as big as the Backstreet Boys or just as big as Britney, but not really in the sense of being big. Just having a good time and succeeding in my life and fulfilling my goals is all that really matters. No money, nothing really matters about it.
He released 5 studio albums and famously dated actress Hilary Duff for several years. Following his death, she spoke out on Instagram saying, "For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. Sending love to your family at this time. Rest easy." Aaron's brother Nick also paid tribute to him, telling fans, "Even though my brother and I have had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never ever faded. I will miss my brother more than anyone will ever know."
Did friends and family try to intervene at all, especially near the end?
I don't think so.
Why not?
To be honest, when I got there, the day the incident happened, there was no friends was there. I was really surprised. It was just me and Melanie families, a few people. But people I used to see him every day in his house, on his FaceTime, nobody was there. That's why it's kind of concerning me. What happened? What was going on the day before? We need to find out. I mean, not me, but the police will find out. But there is something just...
What do you think happened?
I personally think he was on medication and he fall asleep in a bathtub, and that's what happened. That's what I personally think, but we don't know until we find out the real,
And you said you saw aerosol cans in the bathroom, correct? So there could have been that going on also?
Yes.
When was the last time you spoke to Aaron?
Well, we've been messaging on Instagram and text message days before, but last time he FaceTimed me from Santa Monica. He was at the dentist office. So he said, "Come down here, I'm doing a root canal. And it's very painful. I want you to hold my hand." I said, "I can't do it." And I had some plans, I had to go to work. I said, "I'll come see you tomorrow." And I couldn't go see him because I think he was traveling after that. He's doing some kind of touring, small concerts in different states.
There had been concern where fans had been reaching out saying, "Hey, stop him from doing these drugs and stop him from doing the huffing." Had you seen that?
Yes, of course.
And did you ask him about that?
Yes, we had a conversation together and he said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Can we please check you into rehab? You do have the insurance, Melanie told me. We can get you to the rehab." And he said, "Is that what you want me to do?" I said, "Well, I want you to do it for you than for me because I don't want to see you like this." He goes, "Okay, I'll do it. Just give me a week and I'll do it. Give me 2 weeks and I'll do it." And it never happened.
Why don't you think he wanted to go to rehab?
Because I think the mental illness he has and the addiction he had, I think was controlling his life. But Aaron also was a very lonely person in his mind, He had friends, he had family, but I think he's the type of a guy, he wants to be surrounded with family, blood-related family. He loved his son, he loved kids. And in a point he said, "Can you be the godfather of my son?" I said, "Of course I will be the godfather." But I think he was giving too much, but he was very lonely in his own mind. He wanted to be hugged, he wanted to be loved, but one person can't give all that, I think we needed more people there, but these people they were not there. I think they gave up on him.
Do you think his family gave up on him?
I think they give up on him, and with all the respect to his family, and I saw the video yesterday, his brother, Nick, is crying. Of course, it's emotional. His brother. Of course, he's hurting a lot, but I don't think he should have ever give up on.
What I'm saying is straightforward. No need to add extra intrigue. Whispers from Hollywood insiders suggest that, following Diddy's recent arrest, the FBI may be taking another look at Aaron Carter's case. While the official cause of death was ruled as an overdose linked to substance abuse and mental health struggles, many fans remain skeptical of that explanation. Doubts persist, with some questioning whether there's more to the story than what has been publicly acknowledged.
Carter's mom has made a pretty remarkable decision. She has decided she wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police and feels like they did not do a proper investigation here, because she is certainly insinuating that there may have been foul play involved in Aaron Carter's death.
We're gonna bring her on, but before we do, I just want to make something really clear. The police have said it was not foul play. They have not identified anybody as a person of interest, a suspect, anything like that. The operating theory is he was huffing and he overdid it and died in the bathtub. So that's the operating theory. She has a different point of view.
Right. The photos that she has released show the bathtub. It shows the floor around the bathtub, and there are things that she sees there or doesn't see in these images that that make her suspicious. And she wanted to make sure that Aaron's death remains something that people are talking about. And I think she's insinuating she wants people to put pressure on the police to do a thorough investigation. So joining us now to talk about why she put these out is Jane Carter, Aaron's mom. Jane, welcome to Team Z Live.
Thank you so much.
So Jane, why don't you walk us through what troubles you about that scene, about the things that you saw in the photograph?
And the things that you've heard happened in the house.
Oh, well, the first day, I mean, I got a call. The first thing, I got a call from my daughter, Angel, and she said that Aaron was found in the pool. So then I found out later that he was found in a tub, and it just, everything, the stories just kind of kept changing. But I was very concerned because, he had obviously had a lot of people that were harassing him on the internet.
Are you suggesting that somebody may have done him harm? Somebody who was going after him online?
Oh, absolutely.
Jane, what is it you think happened? I mean, the police have said there was no obvious sign of foul play in his death. So what is the theory that you think may have happened?
The Lancaster Police Department was there many, many times on welfare checks, sent there by different people. And, the night that he died, Melanie said that there was a welfare check, and there was obviously not a welfare check. The lady Betty, that was the housekeeper, said he was fine, and nobody actually really checked on Aaron.
I am so sorry, and I don't want to challenge you on this, but I got to ask, isn't that kind of splitting hairs? The police did show up for a welfare check. My understanding is they talked to Betty, never got to Aaron because Betty said he was okay. That was my recollection.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? That Betty was just let go, and nobody knows where she is now. She was never interviewed. There was never any kind of homicide investigation, which there should have been.
I want to ask you this. You were open and honest about your sister's death.
Yeah.
And you've acknowledged that prescription medications, but Xanax, Klonopin,
Absolutely.
You said you take opiates for surgeries that you've had in the past. Do you ever worry that you could ever overdose?
I mean, there's always that worry, but there's also the fact that I had to kiss my sister goodbye in the coffin. I had to kiss her body. I had to kiss her right on her cheek, and I kept kissing her. And that was a scary thing. My family knows, before I did the show, the doctors, they knew that I was taking Xanax and stuff like that, and that I was going to actually psychiatrists to do that. I know that there is no happy ending to any of those medications.
Proud of you for realizing that.
It's not even a realization, it's a fact. It's a medical fact.
And usually the doctor has to say that. Before we take a break, Aaron, I want to ask you one thing real quickly. What's your greatest fear?
My greatest fear? I don't even know how to answer that question.
Skeptics have highlighted inconsistencies in the official reports, questioning whether Aaron's death was truly as accidental as it seemed. Some believe key details may have been overlooked or intentionally ignored. Adding to the unease is a haunting interview in which Aaron openly admitted his greatest fear, not living as long as he should. In hindsight, those words feel chillingly prophetic, leaving many to wonder whether he sensed something ominous lurking ahead.
We want the best for him. He really wants to go for this music thing. He's up here in Canada, and we're going to bring him to Miami, to LA, and we're going to give him a shot. Now, what happens behind closed doors, that's, Justin Bieber and Diddy knows. But let's not get it twisted. The kid's not 5 years old. He's not 10 years old. You're 15 years old. You're at Diddy's house. You kind of got to be able to make decisions.
Are you saying at 15, Adam? I'm so confused. Are you saying at 15 he should have responsibility to not let a man him and potentially?
Well, A, yes. But B, the parents, where are they here? Why aren't the parents saying anything?
A 2022 interview from Justin Bieber has resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's legal drama. In the sit-down with Zane Lowe 4 years ago, Justin isn't talking about the disgraced media mogul directly, but his past trauma in the music industry, his album changes, and being a newlywed to wife Haley.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Talk of the video comes after footage of Diddy and Justin also resurfaced on social media recently.
Not anyone could just be in the position that I'm in.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sequences, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
During the Zane Lowe interview, Justin breaks down in tears when talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish, who at the time quickly rose to superstar status.
Well, I just wanted to be a good example, and it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. I just wanted to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
When it comes to what Justin thinks of Diddy's allegations, a source tells ET Justin's not focused on what is going on with Diddy or the allegations against him. Instead, our insider says Justin and Haley are focused on baby Jack, whom they welcomed in August. They've been absorbed in their own happiness and family, appreciating this time together. In fact, building a family with Haley was top of mind during Justin and Zane's chat, an idea that lifted the singer's spirits.
I'm really excited to have babies with you, enjoy, just celebrate, all the amazing things that we've been given, because we are blessed, babe. We are, man. There's so much pain in the world, and we don't understand why, and there's so much things that are so unexplainable, but what is the reality? We are blessed,